I'm good. How are you?
Mhm.
Hearing your thoughts.
Mhm.
Well, certainly I hope,
Mhm.
I mean,
Mhm.
but you've made
Mhm.
a name for yourself just on TikTok and on YouTube. So
Mhm.
let me follow a more traditional path in terms of
Mhm.
family.
Mhm.
But if the relationship is physically abusive,
Mhm. Mhm.
right? Because
Mhm.
I think we all can look at the stats and say family,
Mhm.
obviously having your kids watch their mother get beat up.
Mhm.
And 5% of couples ever got married,
Mhm.
men and women, each year that are the victim of physical
Mhm.
abuse.
Mhm.
But in your world, I have a feeling that a lot of these people would be trapped in these marriages,
Mhm.
and that's okay. Okay, you passed that one.
Mhm.
But you had to think about it for a second. Women reproduce more with felons.
Mhm.
Do all serial killers do?
Mhm.
That's not what you
So.
talk about the most. You
Mhm.
definitely, but like that kind of realm,
Mhm.
it seems that you're
Mhm.
super focused on.
Mhm.
Honestly, I think it's
Mhm.
safe to say women in general want the right to vote, right?
Mhm.
Women need to be entered into selective service,
Mhm.
right? But you don't think
Mhm.
that, just trying to understand like the policy,
Mhm.
you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Right.
Mhm.
Silly. In 50 years, that hasn't been a mandatory draft. It just hasn't happened.
Mhm.
Do you know what I mean?
Mhm.
It's not making any sense. Like, okay, sure,
Mhm.
let's put other than being on the front line, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
Right. Right. I haven't seen you talk to an actual scholar once. You just talk to kind of random women,
Mhm.
right? I mean, that's fair to say. Right.
Mhm.
And previously.
Mhm.
So I don't know if that's interesting you or not.
Mhm.
The baby's inside the woman's body.
Mhm.
There is a sense to that which is unfair.
Mhm.
I know you're against abortion, but I just
Mhm.
it was like a 13-year-old girl who was raped by her dad,
Mhm.
or the baby might die, or both.
Mhm.
Your thoughts on that? The pay gap is a myth.
Mhm.
That
See.
sounds reasonable to me.
Mhm.
Here's an interesting analysis. I thought maybe you'd be interested.
Mhm.
Male doctors make on average 285,000 per year. Female doctors make on average 228,000 per year.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah, that's nice to hear. So I
Mhm.
would recommend though when you go out and do these
Mhm.
shows and stuff, because
Mhm.
when you talk about the wage gap, you're very adamant about it. Like, oh,
Mhm.
this is a myth, and
Mhm.
this is why, and you extract a lot of meaning from it. So I would recommend potentially approaching that topic with a little more nuance in the future.
Mhm. Mhm.
I mean, that's not a productive point, right?
Mhm.
You see what I mean?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You use your own experience.
Mhm. Just my opinion.
Right. Okay.
Mhm.
Pay
Okay. Okay.
transparency. So, I mean,
Mhm.
so that doesn't help. Um,
Mhm.
who are past the age of 22, their value goes down, and
Mhm.
all men just want young girls.
Mhm.
If some benefit them, some don't.
Mhm.
That affects both genders equally.
Mhm. Yeah. Wait. Say that one more time. I'm sorry.
More virgin woman
Mhm.
couldn't
Mhm.
get a higher value woman.
Mhm.
So in a sense, a guy that you would settle for would be a loser by your own metrics.
Mhm.
$30,000 a year for the average prisoner.
Yeah. Mhm. Mhm.
You said men don't want to date hoes. I just want to unpack that.
Mhm.
I see that we're getting exhausted here. It's fine.
Mhm.
Part of what the part
Mhm.
of did you say that?
Mhm.
Okay, let's just end on this note.
Mhm.